I was upstairs that long.
I didn't know to either call you Thorne or Thorne.
Like the flashing of the lights and then it's dark.
Oh, yeah.
And then you see Pooh appear and then it's dark again and you're whoa. But I just think lighting,
that was cool.
like,
yeah,
it has so much power.
Yeah, I've got to agree. The hot tub scene was, definitely, well shot. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So, how did it all come about? Because I mean, it's a really strange concept, isn't it? To have a beloved character from all of our history who now suddenly is a bloodthirsty monster out for death. How did it all come about?
So I think the guy who produced it, his name's Scott. He wanted to. I think he had like a few tasks before he turned 30. He wanted to make something like 100 films or something, and he wanted to make a viral film, like a clickbait film sort of thing. So he was going through like Mary Had a Little Lamb, other thing, Jack and Jill, stuff like that. Obviously, Winnie the Pooh was the one that actually went viral. So he got what he wanted to do. He did it right. So yeah, that's how. I don't think they put a lot of thought into doing it. Scott said to me that he wasn't like, oh my God, we need to do Winnie the Pooh. They just seen it and they were like, oh, it's the domain's running out. Should we do that? And they were like, yeah. And that was it. Like, it wasn't. They were not set on doing it. They just was like, oh, okay, we'll do this.
If you could see like a character from a beloved cartoon or a beloved toy series turn into a horror icon, who would you pick?
Oh, I'd love to see like Scooby-Doo, like with rabies, like frothing at the mouth, chasing people around, and the only way you can get away is like throwing him Scooby snacks, but like they're running out, there's only a few left. I think that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be quite good. That sounded quite sick, actually, to be fair. I was going to say Mr. Blobby, but that sounds better.
I would love that, though.
Mr. Blobby's very scary, anyway. Yeah, he is.
Just imagine him chasing you through an outfit.
Oh, I'm afraid of him anyway, normal Mr. Blobby.
So, speaking of tripping up then, the outtakes on the David Dig. There's literally you guys running around laughing and giggling, and people laughing at Winnie the Pooh and things like that. Was it a laugh on set? I mean,
oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
I mean, we're being chased around by an adult-sized Winnie the Pooh, like wielding an axe, trying to kill us. It's hilarious. Like, even though it's a horror, it was just a funny scenario to be in, and like the guys behind the mask, so Chris who played Piglet and Craig who played Pooh, like they were so lovely and they were just funny anyway. And as soon as the camera stopped rolling, it was all like laughs and jokes and Craig doing TikTok dances. I just remember him flossing at one point, like doing a little flossing dance, and I was like, what is my life? This is so strange. But it was a lot of fun, and I think it's nice that we got to be a part of something that is taking such a well-known children's character and kind of redefining it for like an adult audience. It's something that I never really thought I'd be a part of, so it's really cool.
Same.
So the shoot for the movie according to IMDb, it was only 8 days.
Yeah.
So that's like one of the
shortest, obviously reshoots.
Yeah, one of the shortest shoots I've ever heard of. I mean, that's just amazing to get that done in 8 days. Moving on a little bit, there's rumours of a sequel.
There is. They're filming Winnie the Pooh. They've just finished production on Winnie the Pooh number 2.
You're in it, Natasha. Can you confirm or deny that?
So I can say that I am in it.
Yeah. Is there a hot tub?
No. Unfortunately not. There's no hot tub this time, guys. But I am in it. But I'm wearing a wig. So you might not notice it's me straight away. But I am in it, yeah. But I can't tell you anything. Literally not even a single thing. I'm so sorry.
New characters. I know there's so many rumours. Internet about who's coming into it, who's not coming into it.
As in like characters, like Winnie and stuff. So they've got Winnie the Pooh, they've got Tigger, they've got Piglet, and they've got Owl.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. So, Cinderella's Curse.
Yes.
This is one of your new projects.
It is.
Tell us about that.
It's going to be sick, I can tell you that. I'm actually really, really proud of like my work in Cinderella's Curse. So like in Winnie the Pooh was the first ever horror, like ever movie I'd ever filmed. Like my first ever feature film was Winnie the Pooh. So I was kind of, didn't really know what I was doing. And I was kind of just like being me, but being like a bitchier version of myself. Sorry, I didn't know a word to substitute there. I was kind of being a worse version of myself in the movie. So I'm kind of like that character anyway, a bit dumb. And in Cinderella, I'm a completely different person. Like I have to use a posh voice, and I'm literally, it doesn't even look like me. And the producers like spoke to me and were like, "We are so proud of you. Like your acting in this is actually surreal. It's like show-stopping acting. It's really, really good." And I was like,
I'm so excited to see this.
Honestly, like I'm so excited to see it as well, because they said that. I was like, oh, well, it must be good then. But I'm really like, I can't tell you the things I want to tell you, but it's like crazy. It's like the gore level compared to Winnie the Pooh #1, the gore level is like tenfolds. Wow. Like how crazy it's going to be is like tenfolds. Like I was reading the script, and I love horror and stuff, but when I was reading the script, some of it I was going, that's awful, that's awful. Like some of it I was like, that's a bit too much, I think.
That's what we love, right?
Yeah, we love it. You guys all think it's sick. It'll be sick, yeah, defo.
Amber, Rapunzel's Revenge.
Oh, yes. I'm excited for that one.
Tell us anything about that one?
Yeah, so it's a retelling, kind of like this one, you know, a retelling of a classic tale of Rapunzel. I play Morrigan, who is the evil stepmother. And it's really cool script because it's set between 2 timelines. So we start off in present day and Rapunzel's in prison, basically serving like a life sentence for committing a murder that she has no recollection of. Which someone may or may not have set up, I don't know, I can't say. And it goes back in time to her like trying to find out who she was originally and like finding her origin story as Rapunzel. And then the characters have parts in the present day. So like in the present day, I'm like the officer, like the warden of the prison. And then back in the day, I'm her evil stepmother. So there's like these 2 timelines going on and she's trying to figure out what happened and who she is. And the audience is kind of learning at the same time. But again, very gory, very horror, so I'm really excited for that one.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah. According to your IMDb page, you've got 24 up-and-coming projects.
Bloody hell.
I didn't even know that, that's a bit mad.
Well, funnily enough, my IMDb page has tons of work that I've never been linked to. It's just rumored.
Okay.
So I was just wondering if it was like that or whether or not there was genuine projects coming up from you.
Yeah, so I think you might have had this thing as well. Since Winnie the Pooh, before anyone could really add anything to IMDb, but I think once you've been attached to a project that's gone quite big, it is quite a lengthy process to have films be able to approve your name.
Yeah.
So everything that's on there, it is upcoming. I just didn't realise there was that many. But yeah, no, I am attached to all of them. Some of them are in like the script stage, some are pre-production, some we're filming, some we're doing reshoots, but...
I don't even know who's made my page. I've no idea.
You should claim it, you need to edit that.
I need to, because there's stuff on there that I've done that's not on there, and there's stuff on there that I've not done that is on there, and
You need to get on
Yeah,
that.
you need to get on top of that.
So is there any future projects from you two that you can talk about? I know how difficult it is when you're working on stuff with NDAs and stuff, but is there anything coming up where you can?
You want to go first, or?
You can go.
Oh, I don't mind. So I've just come back from a 3-week shoot in Scotland, shooting a gothic horror called The Baby in the Basket. And it's like a paranormal suspense, thriller, horror, still a lot of gore, still a lot of killing. And I play a character who may or may not get possessed. Slight spoiler alert there, but it was a lot of fun to film, and it's set in the 1940s. It takes a lot of inspiration from those like older gothic horror films. That was great. I've also got Mr. Hyde, The Untold Story, coming out soon, which is a retelling of Jekyll and Hyde. And obviously Dr. Jekyll's just come out starring Scott, who produced it. So I feel like everything's all connected, which is weird. But lots of other bits and bobs that I'm looking forward to as well, but those are the ones that I'm really excited for.
I've got a few things coming up also. It's so hard, isn't it? Yeah. Guys, I'm not being funny. It's really hard because anything you say, people are going to murder you for. So I've got something coming up that I can't tell you what the name of it is, but it's going to be sick. And it's like one of these like children's stories turned into like hell or whatever. But it's really, really, really good, and there's a lot of press been like surrounding it and stuff, but I can't say anything about it. I thought you were going to say what it was then, like, is it this? And I'd have had to say, I can't say anything. Okay.
My first thought was Care Bears. I don't know why. In my head, I'm thinking Care Bears horror movie would be awesome.
That would be sick.
Imagine the bears just coming alive and just ripping the crap out of all these kids.
That would be terrifying. It's giving me like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it'd be like that.
Will you ladies be in it?
I'm signing me up right now.
If you make a Care Bear movie, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. The Revenge or whatever. Yeah,
I would love that. Why not?
You could be the heroines. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I wanted to be one of the Care Bears, but yeah, sure, I'll be a heroine as well.
I want to be a Care Bear as well.
Yeah. There'll probably be a hot tub in there somewhere.
Oh, there you go. That's my time to shine.
So, I mean, if you had any advice for these guys on how to get into this kind of world, what advice would you give them?
I would say, honestly, just like keep pushing. It sounds so stupid, but no matter what you do, if you continuously try to do something, eventually you're going to get somewhere. It's like you don't go to the gym for 2 years every single day and get nowhere. Like, no, some people make different progress, some people have different strategies, but always if you go to the gym for 2 years every single day, every single person's going to have made some improvement, and that's literally it. Like, you just have to work as hard I've got a bit close then, don't I? You just have to work as hard as you can all the time. And I think the more things you say yes to, the more doors that will open up. Even if it's something that you're like, oh, I don't really know if I want to do this, like, can't really be bothered, or like, I've been so busy. The more things you say yes to, the easier it's going to be. Also, definitely get a show reel. So like any bits of movies that you've been in, at the point that you've been in movies, obviously, clip them together and then make a show reel. Get headshots, professional headshots taken. Reach out to a lot of agents, casting directors, get yourself on Spotlight. A lot of it is like trial and error, and at the start you are going to struggle, but as soon as you get the ball rolling, you know, it's a lot easier.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, no, I think that's the key thing, like persistence really does pay off. And I think there's so many actors out there who've made it to A-listers now that have said publicly, they've had there's so many rejections in acting. There are more no's than yeses, as sad as that is. And so many people have got to the point where they might have done like, you know, 70 or 80 films that haven't quite made it and they're about to give up, and then they have their big break. But I do believe that if it's meant to be, you know, it will be. And I think experience is key. Like, even if you don't have acting training, there's so many actors out there that didn't go to drama school. And I don't think that really matters. I think as long as you can learn on the job, get as much experience as possible. Because for me, I've learned so much from being on set, from fellow actors, from the crew, just being in the environment. And I'd also say, you know, if you want to be an actor, for example, and you're not getting cast, go out and make your own content. Like, I used to do that online. I'd write and produce my own comedy sketches, and then from that I ended up getting cast in comedy things. And then you've kind of got your own show reel, as well as making connections, because you can cast people in there, and it gives you an awareness of being behind the camera as well. So like script writing, lighting, cinematography, editing, everything. So if it's not happening for you, being cast or being hired as a crew member, make your own content, get that out there, and then I was going to say, I can guarantee that would work. I'd like to think that would work in getting the ball rolling, but
yeah, I agree.
Brilliant. And one final question from me, which is a direct quote from the movie, actually, although it's a little bit creepy. Ladies, we'll be friends forever, won't we?
Ah, that haunts my nightmares.
I know, right?
But yeah, it's been wonderful having you here. Like I say, it's one of my favourite horror films.
Thank you.
Like, I was sitting downstairs, it was one that I sat with my daughter and we watched daddy-daughter time, and she loved it, and she loves you ladies. And, you know, she's a big fan. And she's gutted she couldn't come today, but she kept saying to me, Dad, tell her you're beautiful. Yeah, she just walked in while I was watching it, and she was like, oh my God, these ladies are
That's a nice little ego boost.
I know, right? I needed that today. Good stuff.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, it's swept the nation, it really has, and it's one of them movies that's just gone viral. And like you say, it was really, really big, and I wish you ladies all the success in everything you do and all the
thank you.
And I can't wait to see what you've got coming. I want to see you in a Jack the Ripper film, that'd be cool.
Oh, stop it, I want to be in a Jack the Ripper film. Anyone who's listening, make that happen. I definitely want to do that, that'd be so sick, can you imagine?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't want to, you let me swear in it as well? Nice.
Thanks. They would have done back then, but when you
they would have done.
When you watch the Jack the Ripper films now,
they don't let them.
They have to be so like family friendly.
Awful.
From the darkest corners of the East End.
I know.
Well, okay, then let's make one, the three of us, everyone here, we'll all make a film together and make it historically accurate. We can swear as much as we want. Fabulous.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, let's do it.
But yeah, that would be cool. So ladies and gentlemen, please do a big round of applause.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys, for coming.
Thank you.
Has anyone travelled really far?
Norwich.
Jesus, that's far. Has anyone travelled really not far?
Just up the road.
Oh, there you go. Good stuff. That's good.